Okay.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Idol Stand Nation, a channel where the hosts don't matter because we've got a lot of music to talk about. And really, that's the only thing that matters around here is the music.
True.
So hopefully you'll discover something new because we've got a massive lineup, and I feel like we've been saying that for like maybe the past 3 or 4 months because it's so much like so much goodness.
We can't talk about them all, but we're gonna try today.
Yeah, I mean, well,
we have a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we did end up dropping like what 2 or 3 songs from the list. So
Yeah.
I think we dropped a few more than that, and there's probably a ton more that we have not even
I will
touched
say
upon.
half of this episode is my fault that we have such a packed episode.
And
My
I am not
bad.
complaining because some of these songs, actually a lot of these songs are pretty lit. So I lost track at what 11 songs that we had. So I
Something
think
like that.
somewhere around there. So if we missed something in this episode, go ahead, join us on Discord. It's fun. It's fun on there. Especially it's fun to make fun of Aura for being so old. So
True.
I hate you guys. I hate these two so much.
All right, Laura. Stay calm.
Let's just start off. Let's just start off the first topic.
Is Amber Lose?
yes. So we're gonna start with our hype corner part. Right?
Did you really have to start like that, dude?
Oh my god, he did that.
Did you?
Oh boy, here we go.
Hey, you know what, Nick? Though you got me. You set that up. So high five.
Did you really just? Oh.
Perfect. So Amber Lou has been keeping it up with churning out some music.
Amazing music.
A lot of music. This one, I feel like musically, this one has had a bit more going on with it than other songs.
I loved it
that we've heard from her.
Yeah.
Because like, that has always been my I guess my kind of complaint about a lot of American songs and a lot of stuff that's been released for the American market is that musically it just feels a bit bland to me, and this one had a bit more going on with it. So between the musical accompaniment, right, with the instrumentation, some of the effect layers that they had going on for like ambience especially, and the vocals, definitely it was for me it was a lot more enjoyable to listen to. So
well, so musically wise, it reminded me of her Rogue Rouge, her free album that she released a couple of years ago while she was still signed under SM. So the ambiance of the music, the like vocals, and just really the entire feel of the song really felt like how it did when she sang a lot of her Rogue Rouge songs, or Rouge Rogue. I can't. Because she named it that way, I can never remember which is first, the Rogue or the Rouge.
So it's probably Rouge first, because Rouge means red in French, and Rogue means kind of like a bandit. So red bandit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what about you, Nick?
It was alright. It's not like my favorite song from her, but I definitely did like it. And the other day it really like it really comes like into perspective because the other day I watched her interview about Sully.
Yeah.
And now her coming out with Stay Calm, it really just like it hits a lot harder.
Yeah, it adds a lot more meaning.
It really does.
Yeah. A lot more depth to the meaning of the song. So
it really does. And and I don't know if that's an intentional hidden meaning behind this song, but even if it's not, it's still there in my opinion, and that really like makes me love the song a lot. So in terms of musically, it's not really like that much for me, but in terms of meaning, I really can respect this song.
Yeah, and I will say too, like I think, so I'll be honest, when I first started listening to the song, I kind of had the expectations I was gonna get disappointed. It was gonna be something really bland or just kind of more of the same, like okay, because she does put out a lot of, all the songs that she's put out so far has been very heartfelt, you know, kind of deep meaning type of music. And you know, kind of lately I've been more into the mood of something. I want something more lighthearted. So I was worried that I wasn't able to get into the song, but I did. I was pleasantly surprised I was able to get into it. And I guess that just goes back to what you just said, Nick. I mean, it's probably because of what we've had, you know, in the news in the past few months, this past year, that it seemed very appropriate for the times right now. So, especially as we're starting a new year, you know, hopefully this will be a year of kind of like, you know, togetherness and recovering from some of the shocks of 2019. You know, so
yeah.
Well,
like, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the video part. It, like, while it featured her current self in basically one spot, in like one specific area, not like just standing in one spot, most of the scenes that like happened that didn't have her in that one area were things of the past.
Yeah.
So
like
this
the behind the scenes from a lot of the videos that she put on YouTube, her previous music videos.
Yes, it was very much of a journey of her career. So
if you notice too, like that one scene that you're talking about, where she stays, she's kind of like stationary in that one scene. It's kind of like a desolate, empty area.
Yeah, it's like a quiet mountainous area kind of situation. Yeah. I did notice that, and there is very much of a reason for that, because depending on how you look at it, it could be like she's finally either found a stable place for herself, or it's that she feels
alone on top of a mountain by herself. And these memories of the past are kind of like supporting her, helping her carry through this journey to either get to the top of the mountain or get down from the mountain. You know, there's a lot of different ways you could look at it.
Right, but the whole mountainous feel and being just her on a desolate mountain does mean something. But no, it's not really far-fetched with the whole like Sully situation, saying it might be influenced, because it was Sully was definitely part of her journey to where she is now. So all the members were of FX, and all the other SM family and all the friends she's met so far are part of her journey, and I think that's very much incorporated, even though not everyone was shown. It could be some legal thing, and it could be some other stuff that she can't like incorporate them, but you can still,
because SM might still have the legal rights to that content.
Right. So, but you can still feel that journey of her becoming the artist she is now. And I think that's truly amazing. And
so I did put this in at the top as part of our hype corner part 1, and I know it's like, well, a lot we've been talking about has been pretty kind of like almost depressing, but
I'm not trying to make it depressing,
but
it's just
it's in the hype corner because Aura obviously really loves it, and Nick and we really respect the effort that was put into the song, the meaning of the song, and really I think it's something that a lot of you should check out, like everybody. So,
if you haven't checked it out, just go now.
So put this on pause. Don't exit out this video. Just, So, what do you guys think about moving on to our next hype piece?
I'm down.
All right, let's go.
All right. Well, Nick, I guess I'll turn it over to you because it's definitely more of yours. And sorry about that. So.
Wow. Somebody forgot to mute the phone.
Well, I initially put it on mute, but I think I unmuted because I thought I was putting it on mute. So, anyways, we'll edit it out.
Right.
And Nick, our hype man on this.
So, January 6th, ATEEZ came out with Answer, which is their latest comeback, and that currently has almost 1.3 million views.
Well-deserved views. Still not enough though. I think we need more.
Oh, of course. Heavily under.
Time to bump them numbers up.
So if you haven't seen it yet, get off your butts. Well, stay on your butts and put it on. So.
Or get off your butts, because this song can make you dance.
Absolutely. I mean, so before we were recording, you kind of talked a little bit about how there was a bit of a kind of reggaeton comeback. It seems like, right?
Correct.
I
Yeah.
think dogs outside barking at my window. So if my mic picks it up, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the bark, that just means the dogs are hyped up too, because we're talking about 80s.
True. So,
Right.
reggaeton recently has made a very big comeback coming into the start of 2020, which is very weird because it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
And a lot of people are very much attributing to Red Velvet Psycho.
Ooh.
It did, while it wasn't reggaeton in itself,
But the structures.
the structure and the way and like how they switched from major to minor scales was very reggaeton, and so that makes sense. Which, if that's true, then we could be very well seeing a revival of like a big reggaeton era in K-pop.
Which, this subject will come up again when we get to another song we're going to talk about later.
Of course.
So, because I'm definitely seeing it there too. So I'm not the only one who noticed that. Cool.
I still don't know the meaning of reggaeton, by the way.
Boomer confirmed.
Boomer. So anyway, well, so with the revival of reggaeton, I'm not gonna explain it. With the revival of reggaeton, ATEEZ has made a comeback, and honestly, I started standing ATEEZ recently.
Yep. I mean, they feature very prominently in our end of the year episode.
Yeah.
For your parts, yeah. Which you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. So.
Yeah, then you're actually living under a rock. So, like I said, I started standing ATEEZ recently, and this is my first comeback with them, being a stan, and I really, really enjoy this comeback.
Yeah, even for myself, I haven't been as hyped up about ATEEZ as you have, but with this one, and I watched it, I was like, wow, that was a banger, and I'm down with it. And kind of going back to that reggaeton making a comeback for me, it's something that has been kind of dry for the past couple years or so, I feel like. So it felt fresh. It definitely helped me feel very fresh.
Also, something I'm noticing as well is a revival of deep voice boy groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ATEEZ is very much that way.
And gosh, who else?
Stray Kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say Stray Kids. Stray Kids is the one I was thinking of.
Stray Kids is very much that way too.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Especially like if this persists to be like a trend. That'll be interesting because for a while there, especially like in the late 2010s, it was just getting higher and higher pitches.
Right.
Like who could go the highest it was just going up and up.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it's just because IU was it 2014 or so? I can't remember when she released that one song where she had the 3-step high, and everyone was like wanting to do their own 3-step high or trying to do like a 4-step high.
Yeah. So and then I don't know if you guys remember, but Lee Hungee and Hwaesung, right? They released a song in 2018 that had a 6-step high note.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that was so amazing.
Yeah. So it was just like who could get higher and higher and higher, and now that it's going back down, it's a great contrast.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just kind of goes back to like last year when we were so burnt out on Girl Crush, right? Because we've spent so much Girl Crush. We in the summertime started talking about like how Tropical House was just kind of like starting to get overdone. Like we're starting to get tired of that. And I'm really glad that even though it's still wintertime in a lot of other places in the world, with reggaeton and whatnot coming out right now, I was kind of afraid that it was going to stay on this like low-key ballad or R&B ballad throughout the next couple months, and I would get burnt out on it because I started feeling like, okay, I kind of need something different. So that's why this past week, some of those releases have just been, it's been fantastic.
They've been pretty great.
Aura, what do you have for answer?
So I mean, I was okay with the song.
Which is Aura speak for he hates it.
No, it is not. Okay. No, it is not. But
So when Oro says it's I thought it was alright, it means I hate it, and when he says I liked it, it means I hate it less.
you know what? You guys can think whatever you want to think. It was okay. In my opinion, it wasn't really my style, but the vocals very much reminded me of like early Big Bang, with the deep voice of Top and the kind of rap swag of G Dragon.
Okay, so you're talking about vocally, not musically.
Musically, I was okay. Vocally, I really did like though.
Okay.
Vocally, I absolutely loved it.
But I mean, like when you said it reminded you of Big Bang, it was vocally, not the music so much, but the vocals. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I the vocals were on point. For me, vocals were on point. It was the musical accompaniment that I was like, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think this gives us an insight into what he thinks about the other song we're going to talk about later on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be great.
Oh man. So
You know what? You guys think whatever you guys feel like thinking. I am.
So the set also kind of caused a little bit of a conundrum for us because
Yeah, it did.
like
We still
we've
can't
seen
figure
that
it
set
out.
before and we can't figure it out. So if you know where that set came from, I'm talking about like the backdrop with the chandelier and like the furniture and the carpentry and whatnot. If you can figure out where we've seen that before, please post it in the comments and put our souls to rest. All right, because I'm not gonna be able to die. I can't die not knowing now. So
I'm reminded from a release from within at least the last year.
yeah,
or so.
it was definitely from last year because I couldn't remember if it was like G-Friend or Idol or maybe even like
It's someone,
Monster
I
X
don't
or
know.
Bandit. Somebody had that background, so
Yeah.
it was driving me nuts. Oh,
So definitely let us know.
yes, please. So on that note,
Or don't let us know and kill Jihoon.
No, they're gonna let us know. They're gonna
yeah, they're gonna let us know because you like me and Nick, right? Not Aura, so it's okay to hate Aura.
He's a boomer anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so are we ready to move on to
We are.
SF9? SF9's Good
Yeah.
Guy. So I had to like watch that I don't know how many times because it like the first 23 seconds I felt like, okay, am I about to listen to like the male version of Twice as Cool Special? It took me a while to figure it out. Like, okay, what is this reminding me of? So I would stop and rewind it, and then play it just those first 23 seconds again, over and over. And I'm like, that. So, but for the rest of the song, it's not like, don't think I'm saying it's a rip off of Twice as Cool Special. It's not. It's an entirely different
No,
song.
it's got its own style.
Definitely. I did like it though. Well, I don't know. What about you guys?
Yeah, I definitely liked it. I thought it was good. There are some things in there that kind of show homage to other groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very similarly, y'all are gonna get sad when I say this. Very similarly, it was the chorus was very similar to X1's Flash.
Yeah, because I was thinking that the song had a bit of like a future funk, retro
It does.
future funk even. No, I
Right.
think it's just future.
And
funk.
obviously, like you mentioned that it was very similar as well to kind of like Feel Special kind of vibe.
which is the way it opened, just to open it
Yeah.
up, those first 24 seconds or so.
So yeah, it definitely pays homage to like other groups, but at the same time, it's almost like SF9 took these songs and like kind of put their own spin on it, you know?
Oh yes,
Because
Right.
it's very much done in a different style.
yeah. Even the video too is like it was just entirely different too.
The color
Yeah, the
choices,
color choices.
and the cost.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead,
I was
dude.
just gonna say like they I thought they did well with the lighting and the color palette.
100%.
The wardrobe. The wardrobe was, because like a lot. I feel like they're doing a lot better with male wardrobe this past week
Yeah.
with what they released so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. The color choices were really on point, especially for the lighting. It's really interesting that you brought up Flash because there were instances where, you know, the lighting choices did remind me of Flash, with the whole purple and the other hues and whatnot. It worked well for the music video, and the set pieces, the costumes, the colors, everything fit well with the music video. I really don't have a problem with it. It's does remind me of a lot of different music videos though, including like some of the hair color choices.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess that was kind of like the only problem I kind of had with it was that as much as I said, you know, like the wardrobe and whatnot, it still kind of felt a little too homogenous. I know it's a big word for some people, but you know, it was just a bit kind of too similar, I guess, for a lot of them. So
Yeah. I mean, there was this one scene that had like kind of felt like a clock, and it very much reminded me of IU's what was that song? It's
I know.
It's the really old one. The old one.
Yeah.
From like 2014 or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the title
But,
myself.
no.
So
What's up?
it looks like it looks like also this is their first album. It looks
is
like
it a full album?
Yeah, it is a full album.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It is
their first full album.
It is their first full album, and they are also dubbing this the prelude to the SF9 Golden Age. So
I mean,
SF9. So FNC's talking a lot of smack here, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you know, the concept in a sense is golden rated, which makes sense when you look at like certain aspects in the MV.
Yeah,
There's a lot
like
of
the color
aspects of
palette.
gold and the color palette and stuff like that. I will say as well, speaking of color palette, that this is oddly colorblind friendly.
Which compared to one of the other music videos on here, definitely wasn't. So
I mean, I'm not surprised because it did use a lot of darker colors that I didn't think would exactly hurt your eyes, Nick.
Yeah, it's not so much like hurting. It's just like with colorblindness, a lot of colors blend together.
yeah,
You know,
so it's
obviously,
just gonna
I can't differentiate red and green, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it really difficult sometimes. Like, for example, when we talked about MC&D's TOP gang, right? When I talked about the red and
God,
blue,
that was so good.
it was good. When I talked about the red and blue, right? Obviously,
Right.
it wasn't red and blue to me, right? Because what I'm seeing realistically is yellow and blue, which is a bit of a harder clash than to make work than a red and blue normally is. But so that in a sense, you know, in a sense that all goes into making the MV colorblind friendly. And with this, you know,
I mean,
it's a lot.
there was a red and blue scene in this music video.
There was, but it wasn't like all the way through the MV though.
Right. And I don't feel like it was clashing as hard because it was, if I remember right, it was mostly blue. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was mostly blue.
So I think the red was what helped to outline the members and whatnot. So I think the use of that lighting was really well done. So
All right. Well, I think it's time to move on.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's move on to something different with these next couple of songs.
I'm excited.
I know why. So, Sleepy featuring Mckdaddy and Bassagong came out with a song called Justice. This song, so when I first heard it, my stomach like kind of wrenched up. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna hate this song. I can pleasantly say that I didn't hate it, and I actually got into it a bit. I mean, this on the camera, I was jamming out a bit to the song, so it was a pretty hype song. So it's a hip hop song. We've maybe talked about one hip hop song all of last year.
Oh yeah, no, it like the closest we really got to talking about hip hop, like true hip hop, was like R&B.
Yeah, where it was like an R&B hip hop mix. But I thought there was like, oh no. There was one that Aura posted, but we ended up cutting it from the list. So yeah, okay, yeah. So this is a first on our channel. And I don't know, like, what do you think, Nick?
I liked it. Normally, I don't find myself liking this, especially because, relating to music theory, there's not a whole lot going on. But every once in a while, I do like a hip hop / rap song.
Right. So,
but it's got to be really like outstandish for me to like it.
So you're going in the same direction that I was actually want to talk about. So a lot of times so I would say I can't even remember when, but at some point I just fell off of American music entirely, especially when hip hop pretty much became American pop. So that's all you would hear on the radio, right? It was American hip hop, and it just became really boring to me compared to what was before that, because it was just the same bland, background beat throughout the whole song, no change up. This song actually had quite a bit of change up. I mean, sure, it was a bit repetitious, right, compared to what we're used to the rest of K-pop songs, but they would at least break up those repetitious backgrounds with either their raps or what's called ad libs, like ambient sound effects.
So actually, they basically put through a format that is very like 2017 Twice.
Yeah,
because 2017 Twice was all about being catchy.
Yep, it was
all
very
about
catchy.
how catchy can you make the song.
Yeah, and
I mean, think about TT, right? TT in it. If you take out the verses of TT, I mean, it's quite literally the same thing over and over again. But
but then they broke it up, right?
But they break it up with bridges. They break it up with like Dion and Cheong's rap. They break it up with a ton of things that make it not as repetitive, but still just as catchy.
Well, what also helps too is the fact that they also got Mckdaddy and Bassagong as well to come in, because they have different vocal timbre, different delivery, different flow. So the song, I mean, I was surprised at first, but then as I was listening to it, like, it made sense as to, okay, this is why I can get into the song. Got it. So why don't we kick it over to Aura? What do you think?
I wonder what he's gonna say. I'm gonna sip my tea.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go with my stereotype that you guys have given me. Thanks.
It's not a stereotype if it's true.
One, it's not true, but I'm not a fan of this song. It's not my style.
I quote. He said he hated it.
He did say that.
I'm not into this kind of song. Cause if it was the me from, I want to say early high school, I'd probably be into it.
They had hip hop back in the Han era.
That one was rude, bro. That one was rude. It wasn't the Han Dynasty. We all know Aura established China. Jesus Christ.
Oh, all right.
Aura was literally the founder of the Silk Road. What do you want about?
Thank you for establishing I am old. You're welcome. Great.
Now that you need to pick up Aura from back under the bus now, so please continue.
Where am I supposed to come back from under this bus? I just haven't exactly been into this musical style for a while. There are very few artists that I would say would fit into the hip hop kind of style that I would actually listen to, being Epic High and Kongeri.
Yo,
Fair enough.
I need to get back into Epic High, man. I still have a couple of their albums, and I need to like just get caught up on those guys.
Yeah.
'Cause- especially since they're going to Coachella.
Yeah, Dynamic Duo have been really good.
Yep.
Tiger JK. Their style is something that I can really get into for their music.
This just isn't for you.
But yeah, Sleepy just isn't for me.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, anyways, you still get me and Nick to recommend the song. Definitely check it out. Decide for yourself whether or not you hate it or not.
I mean, I'll still recommend the song. It's just not for me.
All right. So the next one is I think it's like the only J-pop song we got on here. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, it's a group called One Chance. Aura posted this. It's called I Want You Bad. So I actually had to watch a different video from the one you posted because the one you posted,
Yeah,
it was like the
was
story version.
for a drama.
Yeah, and so because in that version, like the music was put to the background while the vocals, or not the vocals, the character dialogue was up front. And
Yeah.
so instead of being a music video, it was more like a video with background music. But after that one
Yeah.
came up the performance version of the music video, and I found myself pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna say I love it. I thought it was alright, but
Yeah.
if anything, I found it to be very interesting because if you heard our previous videos from or if you watched our previous videos from last year, where we've basically said we didn't like a lot of the mixing and mastering demo that they had going on in J-pop, that was not present here. There was actually a lot of dynamicism to the song, like the dynamic range was there. It had bass. It didn't sound flat. So it was pleasant to listen to. So as far as like the vocals, I can't really say too much about the vocals because I mean it's a pop song, so you're not going to showcase too much with technical highs and whatnot. I will say I did like the idea or the fact that they had a female vocalist who showcased like a deeper voice and not like that unnaturally forced nasaliness that they were trying to sound like an anime character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
Yeah. What were your thoughts, Nick? Since you're the musical genius of our group.
So this song, kind of like Jihoon said, is not, what I normally think of like J-pop. It is very, for lack of a better term, has a lot of Korean aspects inside of it.
There's a lot of Korean aspects and even some American aspects as well.
It does.
Right.
Honestly, this will probably be in my playlist.
Ooh. That actually means something, by the way.
That does. That means a lot because not every song gets in my playlist.
Yeah. Just because we talk about it on this channel doesn't mean we put it on our playlist. So.
Yeah. This was a really good song in my opinion, and it was really well formatted. I mean, like, even just so normally in J-pop they have an unusually high key.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay, you sing in this key. Now we're gonna raise that 2 keys, and that's what you sing in now.
Yeah. I mean, because just like we saw with like when IZ*ONE was performing Vampire, like they were struggling to maintain this because there's a lot of vocal strain.
And that's also because when you go nasally with your tone, it raises your key naturally.
Or
so
to an unnatural point if you try to force it too much.
Right. And so that's why usually they can sing those higher notes. And notably, like inside of IZ*ONE, for example, Hitomi, right? She has a very nasally voice. She's just nasally as a person. Yes, it's not like forced.
For her, it's very natural. That's why for her, I find her voice to be very pleasant. So.
It is. And so when she sings, that's why naturally she has seemingly a higher tone than everyone else. But as for this, there was a very good blend.
Yes.
I really enjoyed this. And like listening to it, there's only like I think 2 gripes I have with it. And that's there's not enough variation in singer tonality.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they had like what? Like 12 vocalists or whatever.
something like that.
And it sounded like
And
you're
it's
listening
it's
to
it's
four.
hard. Yeah, it's very hard to sound different, but also they sound very similar.
Well, and that kind of goes back into the recruiting, because Japanese
Yeah.
entertainment companies tend to recruit a certain specific sound for vocals.
So
yeah.
my only other gripe with this song is, and this is kind of a small one, is the bass is very all over the place.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it's there. At least they have
I mean, it
bass
is
now,
there. It is
so.
there, and that is a good thing. But the bass is very all over the place. It is playing in eighth notes, which is very fast. You know, do. It's just moving all over the place. And when the singers are singing slower than the bass is moving,
It's
not a good.
It just kind of
It feels like the singers can't
disorienting.
keep up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was the other part too. I had a problem with the vocals. It's just like the vocal delivery. I was trying to figure it out. Like, what is it with the vocals? And I couldn't figure it out. And now that you just explained it, that's what it was. Because I found myself like really keying in on their vocals just for that reason. So
Yeah. So it sounds a lot like the singers can't keep up in that sense.
yeah,
If they wanted to do something similar, they should have included a part in the song where they're singing out of beat on purpose. A good notable sense is it's one of G Idol's songs.
was it Senorita?
I think so. Where Sohn is rapping
Yeah,
in
Senorita.
a different tempo
Yeah, 'cause
and pace
Yeah.
than the song, and it's slower. Okay,
Yeah.
and that gives you a really like disorienting effect, but it's different than like the singer not trying to, or the singer's trying to keep up. It's the singer is purposely messing with you at this point.
That was Senorita.
Right.
So for the choreography, I won't say it's the choreography is where I had the biggest problems with.
I had a big problem with the choreography.
The choreography is not ideal.
So
They were out of sync a lot.
they were out of sync a lot, and you could tell. Like normally, like okay, I get it, right? Every single group has one person who's like better at dancing, and another person who's not as good at dancing. That's
Yeah.
fine, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have those
There's always the best
differences.
and the worst.
But here, I feel like the range between the best and the worst was like way wider than compared
It's
to
way
other
wider.
groups.
So, and
'cause-
even that, like there are notable K-pop groups as well that have a big difference between ranges of best and worst.
But that's why they change up their choreography is different, because
Of course.
here
So the
it's,
most
it's
notable
a
one,
very monolithic choreography where everyone's
It
dancing
is.
the same, and it's the same formation. They stayed in the same
So-
formation.
the biggest like group right now that has a wide gap in dancing capability is BTS.
Okay,
RM and Jin are not as good dancers,
but the
Meanwhile-
choreographic arrangements.
but usually when they come together as a group, right? It is usually they are usually placed in a spot of less notice,
Of less
course,
notice and of less consequence.
of course.
Yeah.
Which like when it comes to this, it's the camera is just straight on. You see all the members at the same
Well,
time.
so they have the parts too where they try to like zoom in a bit to try, and if I can see like there's a couple of scenes in there where he's trying to zoom in so that you wouldn't notice the other members as much, trying to like kind of like crop them out.
I
guess.
also
So-
one thing I noticed is when they all sat down in a circle with one person in the middle, it wasn't a circle. Which leads me to believe their training has not been long.
Yeah, I mean, because like I don't know with this group, so
basically like the circle shape is almost just like this. Like it's like not even close.
well,
Yeah.
So
Well, because sometimes some J-pop groups, when they're formed, they don't even get training.
Right.
Yeah.
and
They just once they form, they debut.
and they may not have even had an actual choreographer. They may have came up with choreography themselves. So-
one of the members might have just come up with it by themselves and kind of started teaching the members.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about this group. I don't know how long they've been in existence. I don't know if they just debuted, if this is their debut, or if they debuted last year, or 2 years ago, or 10 years ago. I don't know anything about them. So I mean, I can say based on
I don't think that they did. I don't think that this was a debut. Because usually debut groups would not have one of their songs as part of a drama.
Okay.
Well, actually, some people are asking for this group to debut.
So this is a pre-debut.
Is it?
I guess so.
So that makes-
Because it seemed-
like for example, someone in the comments says that they just got signed by this company.
So that makes sense.
Okay, so
Okay.
okay.
You know what? Then everything, all the criticism I had, like, whatever. You know, I get it. No big deal. There.
I thought they were an actual group.
Yeah. So okay, cool. Well, that's cool. Thanks for the live lookup, Nick.
Yeah, no problem. I got you.
So definitely check them out. It's actually pretty interesting now that we know that, and I kind of want to go back and watch it again because I just want to see
a new perspective.
Yeah,
It is.
exactly. So
Well, we will definitely have to see.
yep. So why don't you go ahead and
Keep your eye out for One Chance.
Yep. Well, it's just a tentative name, I guess. I don't know if that's going to be their debut name or not. So, why don't we go ahead and start changing it up a bit? This next
Yes.
set of songs has got a lot of soul. That's why I titled it "Get in Your Soul." Nick with the dad joke. Yeah.
It's not like the joke hasn't been made before. Come
Yeah,
on.
no. He had me type it into the script as like Seoul, as in like the capital of South Korea, Seoul. So.
I mean, it had to be done.
Yeah, I guess so. So, Nick, why don't you go ahead and introduce us to the first one?
This is one I'm very excited for. So this is Siha,
Siha,
and this is her song "Inside the Room."
It was so good. It was so good.
And this is this is a single album, so there won't be like a ton of songs on it or anything, but this song in and of itself is really good.
And
It is
I
beautiful.
want to say she's been around for a while, I think, because I know I've seen this name before.
I do believe so.
And I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like with this, it's more like I'm rediscovering her, because I know I've seen this name before, unless there's like another artist by the same name, but
I mean, there's a boy group artist by the same name.
okay.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, he was part of Noir.
Oh yeah.
So, and his name inside of the group was Shia. But
Okay.
So yeah, it's man, so this song's good. Definitely got a
Okay.
lot of soul to it. I mean, as you're listening to her vocals, it's just so it really does reach out to you. I loved it.
and it's amazing how clear her vocal capability is.
I love
Right?
like it's not like, I mean, she has vibrato and stuff like that, but there's like zero rasp to it. It's straight note. And that takes either a prodigy or a ton of training.
Yeah,
Or both.
and experience too,
Or
because
both.
I'm pretty sure she's been around for at least a few years. So
Yeah, if you look at people if you look at big soloists today that have very, very clear vocal capability like that, they're gonna be like really well known. The biggest person that I can think of that has super clear vocal capability and super clear tonality to their voice is Ailey, right?
yeah,
And I'm not saying she's Ailey capability, because right now she's not, but to have that amount of like vocal control that she has is insane.
yeah. And, the musical accompaniment, man. I thought it did so well because it's with when it comes to ballads, right? It's such a fine balance between the music and the vocals, because you don't want the vocals to get overpowered by
Never.
your musical accompaniment. It's there to accompany the vocals. It's
Right.
a ballad. The vocals are the main centerpiece, but they don't fade into the background either. It's
No.
like right there, hand in hand with your vocals. I loved that part, like that aspect to the song.
Right.
And then the area of usage accompanied the song very well too, where like she was sitting in front of a mirror, and obviously it was one of those stage mirrors for like makeup, for them to have their makeup done and whatnot. That was very much well done.
Right.
And the angles were really done really well, like showing switching between her and her reflection, where her reflect, like, it's really hard to see. I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but it was the mirror itself was very dusty, kind of like
Gives it like the rustic feeling.
It does.
yeah, and it could also, in a way, kind of reflect her because it did show the mirror. It did show how her reflection within that mirror, but it was a dustier version, so she was looking back at something. You know, it even something as simple as that could have a lot of meaning. That it accompanied it very well with the music, despite me not knowing what the lyrics are. But from just the sound of it, it accompanied it really well.
Yeah, because
Also-
what's up? What you got?
I've talked before about how I love live instruments in songs.
Yes. Yes.
This is, aside from the drums, because I'm not experienced enough to tell if drums are live or not. But the guitar and the piano are.
Yeah, because it was this one and one of the other songs too that we're gonna talk about later. The live acoustic instruments.
Yes.
I loved it. And again, it just kind of adds to
So-
the experience. So, what's up? What,
Should we go to a couple of the next songs now? Or
yeah, let's. I mean, because like, there's only so much we can say about. Like, it's awesome. Oh, I loved it.
yeah, I mean, there's not much video other than that.
Yeah, 'cause-
the whole like cuts and what the scenery.
Yeah, because it's not a music video; it's a live performance video, as what the title says. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you know, these type of videos are actually really hard to do well because they're typically not
Right.
enough to keep you visually engaged. But
Right.
you did a good job with it, and especially since the aura that she was projecting. So it's
Yeah.
very the whole thing is very enrapturing. So
It's captured. She's captured so well, but there's not much to talk there. So
yeah,
and then I feel like we're just repeating ourselves, saying, "Oh, vocal's beautiful,
Yeah.
musical company is beautiful." So we're going to move on to Younha and Dark Cloud.
yeah. So you know, Dark Cloud it is. You probably, if you're an ARMY, you would have seen RM push this song, and because of that endorsement. Actually, no, I'll save it for the quick shots. So, anyways, the song itself is goes back to like I was talking before with that balance, right? So this one, the musical accompaniment, it wasn't so much in the background, right? It was actually more pushed kind of forward in line with the vocals, but it was,
Right.
but it didn't overpower it, and
No,
it
it
was,
really didn't.
it was almost kind of like light rock, acoustic rock, almost. And it was definitely atmospheric, like if I had to say. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know, like
I mean, the entire music video itself, from the background video to the song itself, very much matched the title, Dark Cloud. It felt like a very somber song when I was listening
it
to
was
it.
such a like the drama to the video. I mean,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was very dramatic, and I found myself just really getting into the music video as well. You know, like, so a lot of these other songs that we just talked about, I actually found myself forgetting about the video playing on the screen. Where I didn't find myself closing my eyes and like just trying to take in all the music because the song was just so good. This one, the music video itself was also really, really what's it called? Immersive, like it pulls you in. So very engaging.
Immersed.
Yeah.
Nick?
So,
Yeah.
this song is definitely almost in its own class, kind of like Jihoon was saying. It's hard to call this a ballad. It is a ballad, but it's hard to call this a ballad because it has so many aspects that aren't ballad. You know, like it has the overly emphasized drums, for example, which in a ballad usually you try to make the beat fade into the background as little as possible. You want
Yeah.
it to go away.
Yeah, you don't want that clash to clash with the vocals.
Right. But they just brought it forward and was like, yeah, this is how the song is going to be, you know? But instead what they did was they made the bass fade into the background. They made the bass go nearly away to the point where you forget there's a bass in there. And
I didn't even know there was a bass, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so by doing this, it gives it a very, I don't know how to put it, a very live feel.
Yes.
And actually, it's hard to hear. You'll hear it if you listen to the song after I say it, but the instruments are actually fading in and out as the song goes on, which is normally like really bad. Don't do that, because you want to keep a consistency inside of the song. But they use the bass being in the background for the entirety of the song as their bassline consistency, and they say,
Okay.
all right, this is the quietest part, so we can do whatever we want with the other instruments. It doesn't matter. And meanwhile, over time, as a normal ballad does, it brings the vocalist forward. So actually, by the end of the song, I'm not even sure if the bass is even there. I think they've just completely cut it out in general.
Just fade it
Bye,
out.
bass.
Because
Bye,
when the
bass.
electric guitar comes in for the ending portion of the song, they use the bottom note of the guitar, because when you strum a guitar, you hit all the strings.
Mm-hmm.
They use the bottom or the lowest string of the guitar as their bass note.
Oh wow.
So the guitar, the lead guitar that they're playing on, because they're not playing on a bass guitar, they're playing on a lead guitar, is actually playing lead and bass at the same time.
So that's another reason why I like the song, was because like I couldn't really pinpoint it. There's a lot of aspects to the song that just really felt fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have a better word for it. It just felt something different. So I think that was part of the allure of the song, was just how different it was. So
Yeah.
whew, let's go ahead and move it on to. Oh boy, these next two songs are also pretty lit.
You want me to introduce it?
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right. Our next song is called Fiance, and it is by Jinshin. So Jinshin is an artist that, from my knowledge, only has a few songs,
It is so good.
but it was insanely good.
Yeah.
This video was released on the 5th. Currently has 4,000 views.
Yep. So it's definitely gonna go on our list of songs that you probably slept on. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, these songs that we've talked about were released on what, Superbug?
Yeah.
So they probably don't have a lot of views right now. So
Yeah,
go watch it.
Yeah.
Go watch them.
Yeah.
Go watch them.
Yeah, and the what is it about his vocals, man? It just
So
because I love his vocals.
actually, there's an interesting thing about him. So he has a very androgynous tone to his voice. There is a hint.
Does he?
There is a hint of like a male voice there, but in the aspect that he's singing in, it gets rid of a lot of that.
Okay.
So if you seriously like listen to like the first like couple seconds of him singing, and you just like quite literally think in your head like this is a female, you'll actually like probably believe it. Only because his voice is so androgynous. But at the same time, as the song goes on, obviously he puts his own tone back into the song.
Right. I mean, it's
Right.
all in his vocal delivery.
It is,
Yep.
and that is like really nuts. At first, I was seriously like, wow, wait, is this the girl or the guy? Like, is this the girl or a guy? Like,
To be honest, I thought that the music video was sung by the girl.
yeah,
But then,
yeah, 'cause
like,
they use her as the
Yeah, because she was
as
the
the thumbnail.
Yeah, and like the opening scene as they were leading into the music video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like the vocal delivery is insane.
Yeah, because like you can feel his charisma. Like in fact, if I want to say, the last time I felt like I could feel like that kind of charisma out of someone who's singing was BB with Bina.
Yeah. So inside of this, also there is a lot of it's really hard to hear, but there's a lot of Latin influence.
Yeah. I guess because I guess that's kind of what I was. Kind of goes back to like because reggaeton it I guess you could kind of classify that under because it has its roots in Latin music. Also like fusing in other genres, primarily reggae. So.
Yeah, it's weird because the bass line is very much like what you would hear in a Latin American song, but him singing is very much the same kind of like American soul, you know.
Yes.
And so it's kind of this like Latin American soul vibe.
So that's another reason why the song was just also felt like something new and different that was like really engaging. Okay.
Right.
So, man, all right.
Give them a listen.
Yeah, definitely check it out. What I was getting mad is because we're taking too long. So we'll move on to the next piece. Sohn Yerim with Problem. I actually fell in love with the song right from the very beginning, like just the opening, and then the instrumentation kicked in. Like I thought, like wow, this is really.
Did you?
Yeah, what's up?
I was like, did you not like the instrumentation?
I loved it. Like, then I really like start to like it. Like love it.
Okay, I thought you were about to go the opposite way. I'm like,
because
whoa. What's your problem?
Just like what just like with Nick, I love live acoustic instruments, and just the opening chords, you can feel, right, the plucking of the strings, like it's great.
Yeah.
And her vocals, her vocal delivery has so much soul to it. So
right.
Yeah, I feel like this. I also feel like this is a song that like would give me energy after I just woke up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is like if I like woke up and like heard this song like in the chorus, I would know it's a good day.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, this day's gonna be awesome.
And I was
despite the title being called Problem, right?
Well, it's because even though like the lyrics, which I know you can't read Korean, but the lyrics are very much ballad lyrics. It's just they're singing in a major key. So
which I still don't understand, by the way.
When you sing in a major key, it gives it a very upbeat feeling.
Okay.
It gives it like everything's gonna be okay vibe.
Yeah.
Alright.
But when you sing in a minor key, it's like my life sucks kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that depressing feel. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, even though it's titled Problem, it's basically a feel of trying to get over the problem. Is from what I understand.
Yeah, essentially, like there is a problem, but it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this song too, man, I loved it so much that I thought that it was gonna be my pick of the week, and then all these other songs came up. I'm like, well, damn, what do I do now?
You better not be combining every single song. Do you realize how long that's gonna be?
I don't have the lungs for that, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Like with everything we just talked about this whole episode, like I don't have enough lungs for that, man. So, definitely check out Problem. That's another highly recommended song from me. And this is
me too.
What?
And shut up.
What?
I do like it. I like it.
Whoa!
I recommend it. Shut up.
Is that even legal?
No.
You know what? Forget these guys. Listen to me. It's a good song. Listen to it. I recommend it. Nick and Ji-hoon, shut up. Nick and Ji-hoon can shut up.
All right. So now that we're getting back up, this sets us up perfect for Hype Corner Part 2.
All right.
Because I've been waiting to talk about this next two. Oh my god. So, like I know Aura's already mad that we're taking like an hour on this.
This is gonna be another 20 minutes, boy.
Yeah. Oof. Okay, so DreamNote came back with Wish, and so I just want to say like, there has been a hole in my heart, right, left by GFriend and Twice ever since they started moving on from their image from 2000, like pre-2019, right? And not just their image, but the imagery of their songs.
It's
right?
like you're feeling empty. Like where's that group? You know?
Where's that fun, bright cheeriness? You know,
do you know what that
Where's
group
that
is
bubbly?
called?
That bubbly.
Yeah. What's
That
up?
group is called DreamNote.
Yo, DreamNote, and you know,
DreamNote with a wish.
DreamNote just brought it back, you know, and it's not to say that they're just ripping off their styles from 2018. I'm not saying that at all, right? Because they took like those qualities that I loved, that we loved, right? Because I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way, and they infused that into the characteristics of girl groups that debuted in 2018, like this new generation of girl groups, and I love it. I ran out of breath. I ran out of breath there.
So, with that, time for June to put me on his he hates K-pop list.
Oh, here it comes.
Because
Let
I
me
do
get that
have
to you,
one
right?
pretty big gripe
What you got?
with the song, and that
you
is
got?
the chorus, and the fact that they just removed bass from it. You
I
don't
feel like-
do that for a reason.
Well, so but
And I mean, it's not really that they removed the bass; it's that they pitched the bass up. Like they just took it to a higher pitch,
but
and
the
it's
song
still there.
It's future funk. I mean, you can
Yes,
do that
but
in funk.
but at the same time, it's future funk. But you gotta implement the funk part in future funk.
Well, you can do that in funk though. They do that in funk. Not often,
But not
it's-
in the chorus on purpose.
Well, yeah, not in the chorus. So you're right.
Usually in the chorus they have a very staccato bass. It's just like do, you know? It's not like an actual carried on bass note. You know, for example, like the bass inside of X1's Flash, for example. You know, it's a very staccato bass. And you can implement a bass like that inside of future funk. The problem is when you just take it and take it out, because what they needed to do was they needed to make the song still cutesy inside of it. And if you have a very deep bass, it makes it very hard to make it cutesy without going into girl crush. However, they in the pre-chorus, before the actual chorus, they had the bass. They had the bass carrying through the entire measure. So that when that happens, it creates a false sense that the chorus is going to actually like hit.
Okay.
So it's disorienting.
And that really lets me down.
Disappointment.
I thought it was fine. I mean,
I liked it.
uh,
I like, and then not only that, but the use of bright pastel colors, which probably blinded Nick.
I was thinking about that afterwards because, like, man, there's a lot of pink in that throughout the whole music video.
I literally saw the first opening scene and I was like, and then I literally clicked off and started working on a worksheet or something while I was listening to the song. And then I'm gonna be honest.
So, for anyone who has watched Wreck-It Ralph, there is a music video by AKB. I'm gonna bring that back. Where it's a lot of the same colors, and it's not very colorblind friendly. I'm sorry, it's not. I know I'm not colorblind, so I saw it just fine. Sorry, Nick.
How nice are you?
But it worked well for the bright, colorful feel of the song.
Yeah. And just, you know, it was just that kind of imagery that I was just really, really missing. You know.
It was, again, to go off the name of the song, it's called Wish for a reason, because it's from, even without understanding the lyrics, you can feel it in the, like, how they sing it, how their dance work goes, and how the imagery goes, is that they're trying to encourage you to reach your dreams, to reach your goals, to reach something, and to keep on believing, you know. It's a very hopeful song, and after last year, I think it's a much needed change.
Yeah, because you know, what was it? That was like one of the, what was it, episode 4? I think it was that we talked about Hakuna Matata for them. Like that was one of the comebacks last year. I didn't like it. Well, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't. You know, it wasn't what I wanted, and this is definitely something that I can totally get behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know, it was just like what was it like with last year? As far as like this type of fun, bright energy, like imagery, what did we really have last year? We had Cherry Bullet, and then
there wasn't a whole
Cherry
lot.
Bullet, right?
SIS.
No, we had some Rocket Punch. Rocket Punch.
Yeah, but Rocket Punch was more was less cutesy, more fun. Oh, they're still cute though. They're still very cute.
I mean, it was very like
pink. So,
yeah,
but
very,
like,
it was very future.
Yeah. So, this is just something that is just really, it's fun. It's just nice to see something like this coming back. So, thank you, DreamNote.
I mean, I'm hoping for a little bit more like this. And I do hope that DreamNote at least has another comeback later this year.
Not just one.
Yeah. But so before we kill Nick, with his anticipation,
yeah, because he's definitely waiting. He's definitely waiting for us to get to the next one. And
I've literally tried to segue 3 times. I just want you guys to know.
Well, Oro was doing it on purpose because he's getting his revenge for us calling him old. So
yeah. So before I explode, ANS had a comeback, and it's funny because if you guys aren't in our Discord, you would think, oh, why are you so excited? You weren't that excited for Boom Boom. Oh boy, has things changed. I am on an ANS hype train, okay?
He's been posting it on Discord like every
all right,
day.
Well, yeah, because they're good, all right?
He has been posting every single day
for
the last, 2-3 weeks?
Yes,
2-3 months?
Since they announced that they were now coming back as 8 members.
Yeah.
Adding 2 from their last comeback, or their debut of Boom Boom. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say, when I first heard the intro, I was like, oh no, it's Everglow's Adios.
I know, right?
I was like, oh,
I know,
man.
right? I was like, because their debut, I was lukewarm towards. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. I thought it was alright. I actually loved the way he started it off a lot more than the actual song itself. But with this one,
it really emphasized the like Everglow Adios when they showed in their white outfits. Yeah. Which is the same thing that Everglow did. I was like, oh man, no.
And like,
but they killed this song. Like
the musical accompaniment again, the reggaeton.
Yeah,
bro. Like
this is very reggaeton, and on top of that, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but it looks like this will be their last comeback as an 8-member group.
That's right, because they just
at the end,
another member at the end.
They're gonna add another member, making it a full 9-member group. But will it stop there? Is the question.
Right? Are they gonna stop at honestly, 10, 12, 13?
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling that you guys are really hopeful for more?
What?
I feel like you guys are hopeful for more.
Bro,
I am.
I'm so down with that.
Normally,
if it ends up to be like a 50-member group,
we'll
do you realize
AKB.
how hard it'll be to remember every single name?
Do you remember every single name in AKB?
No.
Well, oops. So anyway, as long as they keep, so this is setting them up for a graduation concept.
I don't want to graduate.
Which apparently is something I buy into, considering I stand fanatics.
I will say, graduation concept hurts so much more.
It does.
Because when your bias leaves, but the group continues,
my bias has already left so many. My bias just left MOMOLAND. What do you mean? I already know how much that hurts.
Story.
So, with that, ANS looks like they're setting up for a graduation concept that there is rumors about it, but I'm not going to go into all those, only because they are baseless rumors. If you're on Stan Twitter, you already know all about it. But anyway, and I mean, I even tweeted out, I was like, normally I don't like concepts like these. Normally I want all the members to be revealed, and like this.
So he says.
This is our set
group.
Fanatics is a little bit different. Shut up. So normally I don't like concepts like these because there are a lot of groups with graduation concepts, but I really like this because it has me anticipating for the next comeback.
Yeah.
It has me really wanting to see who's next, right?
Yep.
Because you don't know if it's just another person that you've never heard of, like another you don't know if it's just another trainee, like another ANS trainee. Or you don't know if it's like someone who's very established.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, just like how we saw, Kim So-hee joining Nature.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So let's talk a bit more about the music and the video too, because that music, man, my God. So we already talked about reggaeton, like pretty much from the start of this episode, basically, and
You guys talked about reggaeton. I didn't. I still don't know what reggaeton is.
you know, I think with these, I think it's gonna be a sound that may stay for a couple months.
If already smaller groups are following this, it sounds like everyone knows that this is like a cash cow, right?
Well, I just realized too, it could either go in that direction where the whole industry moves in that direction, or it could become the
rubber
anthem
band
of new groups, as we saw happen last year with
Reggaeton the Nugu.
because like remember last year,
Yeah,
had, like
so
Boom,
basically, if you're not experienced with Nugu groups, basically what Younha is talking about is Nugu groups develop their own like, oh, this works because this small group did something with it,
or in an attempt to stand out from the big groups.
Yeah.
You know, like
and it's happened ever since specifically ever since MOMOLAND came out with Boom Boom.
yeah,
That is
because that was their breakaway song.
Because MOMOLAND went from a group that nobody had heard of, unless you watched the show, to a group that everyone knows.
Yep.
Right.
And I mean, hundreds of millions of views, stuff like that.
Right.
And so now other Nugu groups are starting to get into like that kind of a pattern.
Yeah, because like last year we had a favorite with Loca, Laboon with Firework, Bandit. Well, any of the bandits, really. Like, there's a lot of like Latin infused songs for these new groups or debut groups that they're trying to like. They're always thinking the same thing, right? How do we establish a different sound from everybody else? And then they all just happen to pick that sound.
Yeah, and then it kind of creates this own little community of like what's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, and I mean, this kind of ties in, but on the flip side though, ANS is setting up to not be a Nugu group.
Yeah, because they're picking up, actually picking up quite a bit on the community at large. We're seeing a lot more.
Unfortunately, their community interaction is not that high.
It's not that high, but they're still getting a lot of community-generated hype within, like,
of course,
Stan Twitter, soon comments, YouTube comments.
If you look at Say My Name came out yesterday, which for us is January 10th. Say My Name came out, and it's got almost 200k views already.
That's really impressive.
That is not something that a Nugu group does.
No.
I mean,
you'd be lucky to get that in a year.
Yeah, I mean, quite literally, like, I'm just going to use them because I know how many views they get. If you look at SIS, for example, SIS regularly gets, their peak performance is like 300k views.
Yeah. And it hurts.
So, while it does hurt, trust me, I know, they're my alt. While it does hurt, this shows that ANS, on their, like, first comeback, getting those types of views is nuts.
Yep.
It's legit.
Yeah, and
I mean, their
really
brand ranking is insane.
You got really good production values too, like with the quality of the music, the quality of the music video. I love the music video. Like,
yeah, I don't know where they got the funding for this. This is nuts.
Yeah, the camera work.
It's amazing.
The effects and like, so it's weird because
the costumes, dude.
So the wardrobe and the makeup, their hair. Oh my goodness, I loved it. Like it
was wow.
I can't remember. Like, I was trying to think of like, okay, what does this visual aesthetic remind me of, right? And I can't.
For me, it reminded me it's an aspect of various different girl groups. I feel like some of the costumes did very much like the suit and with the straps and whatnot. Very much reminded me of a little bit of SNSD.
With
Run.
Yeah.
And I really hate that I'm coming up with this reference because
that's 12 years ago, by the way.
No, it's a different reference that I'm about to bring up. It's Attack on Titan with the straps.
Oh, I don't know.
Nick may know. No. Alright. So
Anyway,
But-
forget that
Well,
comment
so-
then. Forget that
I mean,
comment.
So,
it's not just the.
I will say,
What's up?
if ANS is adding another member, I really hope it's a rapper.
Yeah.
They currently only have one rapper and
She's more like a
kind of sub-rappers.
sub-rapper. I was about
No,
to say,
no. It's a full. No, one of the new members they added is a full-on rapper.
Well, I mean, like they're gonna need a sub rapper because like it just
Yeah. So
or like
right
a lead
now,
rapper, someone to lead her.
yeah,
in.
right now, Royan is like the lead rapper, but she's a vocalist.
Okay.
Yeah, because
You know, it's, and so I really hope that they're adding another rapper
Yeah.
because when you have two rappers inside the group, they can play off each other.
play off each other, and especially when you have differences in delivery.
Yeah, and on top of that, when you have a group of 9 members, you know, like
9 is such a good round number, really.
yeah, it is. Well, 9's not round, but yeah,
I mean, like a well-rounded number.
You can
a good
at
number-
least
it's a-
square
it's a
root
good
the
number for
number.
groups.
You can square root the number. How's that?
yeah. So it's a good number for groups.
Oh,
Truthfully,
these guys with the math. All right, so
I don't know math.
so earlier with the kind of I was talking about the visual aesthetics. It was the makeup really that really stood out to me because they had something really different going on with the makeup and especially with the lighting.
Oh, yeah.
Going with the makeup and the hairstyle. Like it was such a very unique visual aesthetic with that, and it's something that I feel like I haven't seen it in a long time. So
Yeah.
it's great. I mean,
It reminded me of early '90s makeup from some artists. I don't remember who. I think it's from a first generation group. I just can't put my tongue on it.
if you're talking about like first generation groups, you're talking about like SDS or Finkel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was another group? Baby Box. Another one? Oh yeah, because
I don't remember
they also did like the overexposed lighting and yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that, definitely go check out
Yeah.
this song, please.
So
Because
Check it out.
It is so
Make Nick happy. You know.
So
I'm become a fan.
I'm down.
Yep.
I'm down.
Stan ANS.
So with this entire lineup, what is our music video of
Don't
the
ask me
episode?
that.
Well, then let's start with Aura.
Me. Oh. Okay, so
Everyone's got the same conundrum.
yeah. I'm going to have because after everything that's happened in the past year for 2019, and I can't give up second gen too easily. Amber's Stay
I
Calm.
knew you were
I figured he was
there.
going to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a safe pick
Not
for
really
him.
that surprised.
Yeah.
Safety
I hate you
pick,
guys.
boomer.
I hate you too. Whatever.
So I have mine.
Go for it.
If you want to
Go
take
for
a
it.
second.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, we know your choice, Nick.
So
we know
my
your
choice. My choice is Yerim's Problem.
Such a good one. Yes. Okay.
Wait,
You
hold
fully
on,
thought
hold
I was
on.
gonna pick ANS.
Hell yeah!
I thought so too, but like to be honest, such a good one.
I really wanted to, but
You wanted us to talk about ANS so soon that you were gonna die. Okay? You were pushing ANS so hard.
I still do. But Stan ANS, Stan Talent. But and while Say My Name is good, while I really like Say My Name, it's the idea of like Yerim's Problem I can listen to any time of the day. I can listen to it if I'm having a good day, a bad day. I can listen to it if I'm having just woke up, about to go to bed. Any time, any day I can listen to it. ANS Say My Name isn't a song like that. If I'm having a bad day, I don't want to listen to Say My Name.
Okay.
I want to listen to something that's
I'll give you that.
and
I'll
so,
give you that.
And so as far as like Say My Name, it's really just what it really comes down to is while I push ANS so much harder, like I want ANS, like I want to call ANS my MV, but it's just, or my song of the week, but it's not that, you know.
Okay.
So unfortunately, my vote is gonna go to Yerim's Problem instead of ANS Say My Name.
So I still have a conundrum.
If you had a second choice, if I had a second choice
to be ANS.
Of course.
So
What's your conundrum?
my conundrum is I can't decide between 3 songs. Younha's Dark Cloud, Sohn Yerim's Problem, and ANS Say My Name. And I'm leaning towards, because like before you said Problem, I'm like, ugh. I was so close to like narrowing down to that, but just because you picked her, like I feel like I should pick something different. But
well, there is one obvious choice here.
Just pick the first one that pops into your head.
Dark Cloud, Problem, Say My Name.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. There. You're just gonna pick all 3 again.
You know what?
I mean, so
Jihoon's probably the most indecisive.
I
don't even fault him for this one. Like, I probably would have.
Yeah.
I debated doing the same thing.
It is such a strong lineup this week. It's been such a strong lineup the past, like, how many months now? We've had this. It's oh my goodness. It's such a great time to be alive and into K-pop right now. You know, so
it is. It really is.
In some aspects, considering what's gonna be in our quick shots. Which, by the way, quick shots.
Oh, wait a minute. Yo, I think we should change up the order to that. Or why don't you go first with yours one?
Me?
Yeah. Let's do that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go first. So as everyone knows, X1 has disbanded, but you know, currently fans are doing their best to rally the members to possibly re-debut as under another name, try to get however many members to come back together.
Yo, get the other guys who didn't get into X1 as well. Oh my god.
Well,
then
it's
that's just
mainly
BY9,
just going to
right?
be. Huh?
That would just be BY9 though.
Well, BY9 plus former members of X1. Just maybe those 20 guys.
20.
20.
Perfect.
Why not? We got all these other humongous groups.
So there are some companies that don't want the members to be a part of the group anymore. That's what if it was either an all or nothing kind of thing for voting. So because of that, that's why X1 had to disband. And members are the members of the community are trying to do their best to show like they want X1 back, streaming Flash and all that. And then the members have written letters thanking ONEITS, which you know which has been happening a lot in the idol community, to be honest, where idols have been writing handwritten letters to their fans.
Right.
Hangul and Doyeon have their own not YouTube V Live channel, which you know, go subscribe, follow, whatever it is. They had their first video was for ONEITS and X1, and just support the guys. A lot of them have opened up their own Instagram as well, so follow them.
Yep.
But just show the guys some support, and who knows, X1 may reform. X1 may even have a new group name.
A better one.
You know, One by One is a hopeful suggestion from us. Just saying.
We had the better name. So
we absolutely had the better name. They need to sign us to make names.
But shall we go with Nick or Jihoon?
Probably better to go with me.
Yeah.
So, this is gonna be a bit of a fun thing to talk about. MOMOLAND Daisy has come out and said that Finding MOMOLAND, which is the show that MOMOLAND was produced from, was rigged. Now, this comes to us only a semi-surprise, because Finding MOMOLAND was also subcontracted through CJENM.
Mm-hmm.
As well, Finding MOMOLAND was also straight through Mnet. So the possibility of them rigging it is, well, I mean, we all know how that goes.
I mean, okay, so I will say this, because we don't know fully both sides of the story. It happened years ago, but MLD did come out with their own statement denying it. So, I mean, I'm not siding with MLD. I'm just stating that this is...
Yeah, I'll get into that as well.
Yeah.
So, it later... so that was from a group of 10 trainees, and whatnot. The final members were determined 60% based on producer evaluation, 20% based on online viewer votes, and 20% based on votes from the audience in the final performance. A big thing also was that the members had to secure 3,000 attendees to the actual concert, or else the group would not debut. Which they did not secure. Which is why MOMOLAND's original debut was postponed.
Okay.
Wow.
Which obviously, when you're looking through it, skews the numbers a lot.
Okay.
Which is what MLD was talking about, saying that this could have been where she was thinking that it was rigged. Is really just the numbers being skewed from them not finding enough people to sit in for the concert.
Okay.
But Daisy had also come out saying that MLD told her regardless if she gets eliminated or not, she would be in the group. Now, what of this is true, I don't know. But MLD, along with a ton of other things she said, MLD did come out with a response saying that there was no manipulation or fraud. They were supposed to gather 3,000 audience members. They were unable to fulfill it, which is why it's illogical to say it was rigged. And saying that the CEO wanted Daisy in the group because he saw her potential, and so that's why she was included after debut, or after the show ended, when her contract was supposed to be terminated. So, with all of that, you can take it whichever way you want. Links to the articles will be down below, so please read them fully before you make an opinion.
As always, always make a informed.
So,
opinion.
with that, we will have to see what comes out of this. But I do hope that nothing is wrong with Finding MOMOLAND and all of that. It was also made apparent that Daisy has taken the appropriate steps to terminate her contract with the company. Obviously, you know, if you stay in MOMOLAND, she has been gone since February of 2019 for personal reasons, and that whole thing came out. So, definitely make sure that, you know, you read these articles, you form your own opinion, and do with that what you will.
So
with that, I'm going to throw it to Jihoon, who's got a little bit more uplifting news than we have.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we decided to change up the order there. So we just talked about it earlier. Younha's Dark Cloud. Thanks to RM from BTS helping to endorse the song. It shot up to the very top of the US iTunes chart. No female Korean soloist has ever done that. So she's the first.
That's BTS holds that much power.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even when Jennie had her solo, it did make it onto the top 10, but it never made it to the top.
Yeah, I think it peaked at like 8 or something like that, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. So she definitely got a lot of help from RM, but it's not to say that it wasn't deserved. It was very well deserved.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very good. Yeah. It's very good.
So it's yet another artist making inroads into the American market. So,
definitely.
Do we have any final words for the episode, guys?
I do not. Do you?
Nope.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
listen to these songs. Love these songs.
Yeah.
Go and listen to them, despite what you may or may not think after you listen to them.
Yep.
So, with that, this has been Idle Stand Nation. Like, comment, and subscribe. Click that bell icon if you want to see more from us in the future. Make sure to join our Discord, where we talk all the time and
fun.
are probably really annoying and bully Aura. And also, we now have a Twitter. Make sure you go follow our Twitter, where we will be posting about new things we may or may not talk about. You know, there might be some teasers in there. And yeah, so definitely make sure to go follow that as well.
Yep.
So with that, this has been Idle Nation, and we are signing off.
Adios.